Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry Taylor, graduate gemologist, GIA, and registered master valuer. And today for my video, I thought I would cover the topic of what I personally would look for if I were purchasing a lab-created diamond, being a gemologist, and from my personal perspective. When shopping for a lab-created diamond or a synthetic diamond, most people will begin with the shape. They will look at all of the different shape options, whether it be round, brilliant, traditional, or a fancy shape. So fancy shape would be anything like an emerald cut, a pear shape, asher cut, radiant cut, oval, which is extremely popular right now. All of those cuts are considered to be fancy cuts. If brilliance, fire, and sparkle to the maximum is what you are looking for your diamond, then the round brilliant cut would be an incredible option. And if that is what you're going to go for, then go for a very precise cut in the faceting, the symmetry, and the polish, which would bring you to an ideal cut. That will give you the maximum amount of light return. The higher the cut grade, the more light that enters the diamond is being reflected out as brilliance and sparkle for the wearer to enjoy. Fancy cuts, depending on the shape, will create more opportunity for light leakage, and while there is still a cut grade associated with them, you're going to want to choose the higher of the cut grades available. As an example, if you are drawn to the more elongated shapes like the pear, the oval, the radiant, in average symmetry, they can be more prone to light leakage, and what that can look like is a darker central area of the diamond where light is entering and leaking out the bottom. We call it the bow tie effect because it can create sort of a bow tie shape. Now, the other thing to consider when it comes to shape is your lifestyle, because diamonds can chip. You know, we are not princesses. We do things with our hands. We're at work, and you might knock your diamond ring on the counter by accident and the corner might chip off. I just love that the Marquise shape is having its moment right now. Thank you, Selena Gomez. I think it was Selena Gomez with her new engagement ring. Anyways, but it has two very sharp points that are very prone to damage. So depending on your lifestyle, that might not be the best option for you. We aren't talking so much about the setting in this video, but the setting can assist with protecting the points on a diamond. So if you really, really love a fancy shape, then just make sure you have a very skilled jeweler create the setting for you so that you can protect those points from any possible damage. So in summary, when it comes to the shape of the diamond that you are selecting, select the one that you love and select it in the highest cut grade that you possibly can, and select a shape that is going to fit appropriately with your daily wear. Carat size, now this is an easy one, so go with whatever you are comfortable with wearing every day, that goes with your lifestyle, that fits with your budget, that makes you happy. Okay, so let's get into a little bit more of the technical side. We're going to talk about clarity. What would I look for in the clarity of a synthetic lab-created diamond? I personally would choose something in the VVS1, VVS2, VS1 range. Reason being is the laboratories that are used to grade the lab-created diamonds, when they're graded loose, they come with those lab reports. So there's a number of different laboratories that are offering this service. I'm not going to name specific labs in this video, but they all have different grading standards, and so some are a little bit more forgiving, a little bit more lenient than others, and some a little bit more lenient than they would be with natural earth mined stones. And I can completely appreciate how that would be confusing to consumers, especially when these laboratories are using sort of a universal grading system when it comes to the diamond grades, but the standards within those grades can vary from laboratory to laboratory, so something to just keep in mind. Personally, if I were selecting a lab-created diamond, I would stick with the VVS to VS clarity range, and if it were a larger carat size, 4+ carats, I probably would stick with the VVS range. And it's interesting because the actual internal characteristics that are found in a synthetic diamond are different from what will be found in a earth mined stone. Typically, what it is very small metal particles remnant from the actual growth process. That's usually what will be seen when I'm examining a stone in the VVS to VS range, would be those tiny little metallic flakes. So now we are going to talk about color. So when a synthetic diamond crystal is grown, it is often treated for color, so to improve the color following the growth process. And for this reason, sometimes some lab-created diamonds can have a very, very slightly grayish look to them. The average person would probably not even notice this, just more so for a trained eye who's used to working with natural earth mined crystals. And because of that ability to do that HPHT color treatment following the growth process to get a bright white color, we're seeing a lot of the synthetic diamond material in the D to F color range. And By traditional natural earth mine standards, the D to F color range is considered very rare and very valuable. And so who wouldn't want that? But the reality is a very, very small percentage of natural earth mine diamonds fall within the D to F color range, especially in the larger carat sizes. So when it comes to color, my personal preference would be a high clarity, but in the near colorless range. So the near colorless range being G to I color. I feel like this gives it a little bit more of a warmer look to it, a little bit more of a natural look. That said, if you're going for a fancy shape that is known to be a little bit deeper in nature when it comes to the symmetry and just the general faceting style, you'll want to go a little bit higher in the near colorless range. So you might want to stick with the G because it is going to show more face-up color than a round brilliant wood. Like with anything, it really is just a personal preference. It's just an observation, having graded so many of them. What really strikes me at first glance when I look at the synthetic diamonds is the often bright white look to them. Okay, so I have the grading scale here just to give you an idea. We just talked about color, so many of the diamond crystals that we're seeing on the market in the lab created material, D to F color, I'm suggesting if you want a more natural look or a little bit more of a warmer look to the stone, the GH range is beautiful. If you're doing a nice ideal round brilliant with really excellent symmetry, you could even probably get away with an eye color. This would also be very friendly on the budget as well. Okay, so now that we've covered the 4 C's, we're going to talk about a couple other things that I would look for if I were purchasing a lab created diamond. And one of them is a lab report. So a lab report is a gemological report that will have been done when the diamond is loose. So it will give all of the information about the clarity, the color, the cut, the symmetry, the polish, the proportions. It's going to give information on what type of synthetic diamond it is, whether it's chemical vapor deposition or high temperature, high pressure. It's also going to give information as to if the diamond may have been subject to additional treatments following the growth process. Depending on the laboratory, it will often map the inclusions and where they're located within the diamond. So this can be really helpful if you're purchasing it online. And often on these reports, you will find a unique identification number. And often this identification number is serialized and laser inscribed on the girdle, the thickest portion of the side of the diamond. When purchasing a natural earth mine diamond or a synthetic diamond, my recommendation is to always purchase a diamond with a lab report with a serial number. In this day and age, with everything that is out there on the market, go for the serial number. It will cost a little bit more to get a serialized stone, but not a lot more, and it is worth it. And as I mentioned earlier, there are a number of different laboratories that will issue gemological reports for synthetic diamonds. My recommendation before purchasing is to look up the laboratory that is the one that issued the report for the diamond you're interested in. Do research on the company, read some reviews. You can never do too much homework when it comes to purchasing a diamond. Okay, so now we're going to get into the final consideration, which would be cost. So right now out there in the industry, and I can say this as someone who does not sell any diamonds of any kind, it is the wild west out there right now for pricing, and that is an entire different YouTube video, which we'll do, just so you can see the different price ranges. But do your homework. Shop around, go to different retailers, see the physical products in person, check different online retailers, and ultimately choose one that seems to be the best value for you. I promise you, you're going to be encountering a very wide range of pricing, and that's just the market adjusting to the synthetic diamond product and trying to find its ground and where it sort of fits within the natural diamond market. Take your time and shop smart, and if you would like more information in addition to what was in this video so that you can head out and shop confidently, you can book a one-on-one virtual consultation with me over Zoom or by phone. We can go through your very specific questions, and you can be armed with the proper information and knowledge before you head out shopping. A simple half-hour, 1-hour consultation by phone has saved some of my clients thousands of dollars. So if you're interested in booking a one-on-one virtual consult with me, I'll put some information in the notes. My website is stjewelleryappraisal.com for my contact information. Of course, I would love to help. And if you've already purchased your diamond and you need an appraisal, then well, I'd be happy to help with that too. So thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found the information helpful, and happy shopping.